All right, we're live. Tap in Birdie, Riviera, Genesis Invitational preview with my dear friend Andy Lack. Andy, how are you tonight?
I'm awesome, man. God, dude, you probably deal with this all the time, but like, when you tweet something and then it just gets like way more run than you're expecting, and
Yeah.
now you just have like a million notifications and it's really overwhelming. I have it on pretty good authority that Riviera is moving to August, but like, I'm not a reporter, so that's just what I've heard. Like, and people are really freaking.
This is just what happens when you're in like the Brentwood inner circles of
but this also was reported by Josh Carpenter. Like this,
who is the man, by the way,
and who's really smart and like, so I don't know. It's not breaking news that Josh tweeted out the proposed schedule for 2027. So I'm not
really. I missed that
a while ago. Like, so I'm not the person that's breaking this news that Riviera is moving to August. But anyway, sorry, that was an aside. You just asked me how I was doing, and I was just looking at Twitter. And
have you seen Highlander? No, Andy, what you need to do is you need to mute the tweet. If you're done with the tweet, you just mute it and then you stop getting notifications from it.
It's also because Rick Riley commented on the tweet, and Rick Riley has 150,000 followers.
So you're just doing numbies. I mean, I've been there, man. You don't have to tell me about it.
I mean, you went viral for
cosplaying as a MAGA guy, making fun of Dem. That was great. That was really enjoyable.
It's a really good tweet.
I was sitting at the bar with Billy and Rob, and it happened. I'm like, this is the most beta move I've ever seen. Like, why is he laying up? Like, I think nobody could have really justified Sam Burns laying up there. So I'm glad that got some run.
Because you can't make eagle hitting iron off the tee. No, and eagle gets you in the playoff.
Yeah. That was did you watch a lot of Pebble on Sunday?
Watched all of it.
Okay, you were locked in.
I watched all of Pebble on Sunday. I was going to play golf, and then I, for once, had a good DFS week in a sweat. So I decided that I needed to watch it because I was making a really good run at the $100 single entry mainly because of Colin and Burns on Sunday, and obviously did not end up winning that contest. But
what place did you come in?
Like 25th.
Okay, you pick that.
It's a good week. It's a good week in DraftKings. Like, I lost money the first 4 weeks in DraftKings, and I won like $300 this week, so it was good. I'm back closer to even now, but hopefully we can keep the momentum going at Riv. I was just happy that my friend won $130,000.
You'll take that. That's usually a good thing.
Yeah, 100% take that. He's the man, and he won the 3K. And so I'm really happy for him. And hopefully we can keep it going this week at Riv. You and I were talking about it. We had really bad outright cards.
No, I mean, Tommy, Fitz, we're
Tommy
like solid.
Tommy never had a chance to win the tournament, and you know that. Don't try
no
and lie
bullshit.
To me.
No bullshit. Me and you are bad at betting golf outrights right now. Like
right now, it's just not good. Like
it's not good.
Like and I don't think I'm far off. I'm not trying to justify it, but like the DFS pools have been really good and they're improving. It was my best one this week where it really started to come together. I don't know why the choices I make on my outright card, I just seem to choose like all the worst ones. Like, why did Hovland was such a bad bet?
Yeah, it was. And again, this is the information you're missing from the Discord. We had somebody track what Hovland's performances are when he's on the chart and popular, and they're always bad. And I knew that. So that's why you should sub to ISN, because we are doing tip chart tracking with certain golfers.
We do everything tracking. We do bookmaker tracking, everything.
Bookmaker tracking. So I want to talk about Colin for a second, because everyone knows Colin is an extremely talented golfer, but he's been on a bad run. He's been on a bad outright run like we are for a while. He had not won in America. I know golf happens overseas since 2021. Like that is a damn long time. And he won 2 good events in between.
Wait, can I ask one thing?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say if I go 7 weeks without an outright, that's really bad for me. I hit Valimaki. Did you hit Valimaki?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're on a bad run.
Yeah, we're Stephen Fisk. Who could forget? But like Colin needed a win. He is in that category, like Sam Burns, Patrick Cantlay, of upper echelon guys that haven't won in a very long time. And he won basically at his lowest. He won in the worst form at the worst betting number he's been in a really long time. He's switching balls week of. He had a complete mindset switch in the middle of it. Does Colin winning make you more or less like, okay, we can hit outrights, or because it kind of, to me, was like that was so random and out of left field, and there was really minimal to let you bet on him other than number and like what happened on Bookmaker to actually land on him. Like I feel like less discouraged after Colin won last week, to be honest.
Honestly, like I'll be honest, I didn't really consider betting him, but I really liked him on DraftKings. He was in my pool and I really liked the course fit. No, I walked away from what happened with Colin being like, fuck, I missed that one. I felt a little bit better about it because it ended up being a good DraftKings week, but I thought that it was a pretty good week for our process. Like he was the number 1 nuke on Bookmaker. Colin went on Monday night from 70-1 to 48-1. And he stayed at 48-1 on Bookmaker for the rest of the week. And every other book was higher. And so, as you know, Bookmaker line movement is part of both of our processes. It's not quite as religious as RK, who hit Morikawa.
Just strictly he got nuked on Bookmaker and
process week. Like it's a process week for him. And like honestly, seeing the biggest Bookmaker nuke is validation that we're looking at the right things.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have it, but like he was straight up the biggest Bookmaker nuke.
I get that.
And it was a good course fit. Like,
yes,
I know he wasn't in great form, but like you're not sitting. I made the Vic like comparing to Harding Park. I talked about that. I'm breaching.
You're there.
But like, yeah, I mean, you are not sitting here saying that like Pebble is a bad course fit for Colin. He's still a great short iron player. He just hadn't contended at all.
He did nothing since Bay Hill last year. Sometimes it's just interesting how it works where he's literally at his longest odds he's been in like 6 years, and that's the event he's win. Where last year, even though his play wasn't really that high, he was still in that like 20 to 30-1 range like most weeks. Like it really was like at his lowest he gets it done, and sometimes that is what you need. But in all honesty,
can I ask you one question on that?
Yeah.
Are you, because I feel like you're not, and I'm not super like this either, but are you the type of guy that's like, don't care how he's been playing, this number's too high, better? Because I feel like you're not.
RK text. It
was a week like that for Colin, and that happens. I'll give you another example. Hideki won Riv last year at 75-1.
Yeah.
That's another example of like being the guy that's like, this number is too high. I'll give you another example. Hovland at Valspar.
But I think the difference is that Decky and Vic, I trust in contention, where Colin hadn't shown any life in contention. Like, I think Decky is someone that might not be the most consistent golfer, but if he gets in the mix, he can close. Colin, I don't feel like that at all. Because he's been really bad when he's actually been in contention and had some really bad losses that I think built up some scar tissue. But I also would have just laughed. Like, RK definitely texted me about Colin last week, and I was like, no, I would never bet that. Like, I would just never bet that. Like, he's playing awful golf. I'm not going to bet him. And people have been chasing Colin for a while, and it finally worked. It like, that's where, yeah, like it worked, and it would obviously cover you for a long time, but people have been, betting on Colin for a really long time without a win. Like,
Yeah, and
it's not
I've
like,
made some pretty bad Colin bets during that time period. I think I bet him at Philly cricket or something like that.
yeah.
I've made some bad Colin
And,
bets in
and
the
everyone,
30s.
and like even
Yeah.
Tom and Marty's, he had you get one Morikawa outright for the year, and you don't have to explain yourself. That's the type of taboo that betting on Colin Morikawa had in 2026. Like, you would
Right.
literally be shamed if you were to bet him. But honestly,
Right.
I
And
like Colin.
so pretty much like Cantlay should just retire if he doesn't win this week.
Exactly. Like, Cantlay needs to win one soon, or him and Sam Burns really need to
Yeah,
win
they're
something
really on
soon.
the hot seat now after Colin
Um,
got his win.
but I like Colin. I think he gets an unfair play sometimes because what happened on Netflix and how he didn't talk to the media after Bay Hill. But I genuinely think he's a pretty interesting guy, and I have no issues with Colin Morikawa. I don't think he's a bad person. Like, I know a lot of people like really hate Colin Morikawa
I
because
think he's like maybe the most hated person in
yeah,
our Discord outside of maybe like Michael Kim
yeah,
or Cantlay,
okay,
maybe
dude.
Cantlay, Colin, Michael Kim, maybe Bridgman after yesterday.
Yeah, like Colin, people don't like Colin. Like, people really, he's
David
easily
Skins, that's a
hated
good play.
guy
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
tour. So I'm happy to see him get it done. Do you think, like, what's your outlook for Colin this year?
Yeah. I was going to ask you the same question because I think it's a good major year for him in terms of the
Yeah,
courses, but I don't think he's a 3 major guy yet.
that's where I'm at as well. Like,
Just where
Colin,
I'm at. Like,
he overachieved with his majors. Like, is he really gonna win 3? Like,
no,
probably not in this
no.
short time. But and honestly, I like him at the Players.
Yeah, I do too. I think he could win the Players this year. I liked him at I remember last year he was like 14-1 on bookmaker at the Players and
Because
like
he blew Bay Hill the week before.
yeah. Um he never plays as good as I think he's going to play at the Players.
He should
This
be so good
same with
that group.
Heritage. He never
Yeah.
plays Heritage as good
Yeah.
as I think he should. I'll say this, like I don't think it's a Goddard up situation. I don't like him at Rev.
Yeah, he's deader than Jimmy Hoffa at Rib. He has absolutely no chance this week.
I just think if it was a year where Rev was warmer and playing firmer and faster, not that he can't win in the cold, obviously, but like even Harding Park was like a 7,200-yard golf course. Not that
Yeah.
Rev is crazy long, but
Yeah.
I just don't think this is I don't think this is good weather conditions for Colin. And let's be honest, the way that Colin won that tournament last week was not because he improved significantly at the things he sucked on. He just got back to being for 1 week the best iron player in the world
And made a
by
couple putts on the back
yeah,
nine on Sunday.
yeah, but he still lost strokes putting. Like he gained 9 strokes on approach, so it's not like Colin's becoming a more well-rounded player and gaining strokes putting and around the green. No, he just did what he's supposed to do again. So yeah, I'm not super interested in Colin this week.
Any other major takeaways? I know Akshay was leading for a lot of the round. I think Akshay is a really good player. I don't think he played that. I mean, he did play pretty bad, but I really, you convict. We were texting on the side because our friends had Akshay, and I was like, it's over. Akshay's going to win. And you're like,
no, it's not that our friends had Akshay. It was people that we didn't want to win also had Akshay.
Yeah, that is.
So we had to root
we were
against
just
him.
discussing. We were just discussing what was going on. But yeah, I was impressed with Akshay. I mean, he's kind of an up and down player. Didn't have the greatest year last year. Like, I think Akshay wins a PGA Tour event this year. I think he could win a mid-level PGA Tour event. He's a really solid player. And I was pretty impressed with him last week, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get there, Gilly, but talking about who we bet. I made a couple bets. Have you made any bets?
No.
Okay. Well,
Not even
maybe I can sell you on some guys. Yeah, Akshay's solid. I don't like him at Riv this week.
What
Neil said that he hates the cold, so I
yeah,
think
he had the hand warmers.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about Scottie? I feel like we really dodged a bullet these last 2 weeks, and we probably should have hit an outright these past 2 weeks just because Scottie didn't win. And like, we could have the Scottie conversation at Riv, and I know you are much cooler on him in the outright market than maybe I am. Not that I'm going to bet him or anything, but I really feel like it's very unlikely Scottie loses 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use him in one and done. My only problem with the without market
Yeah.
is that I think that DraftKings and FanDuel are, particularly FanDuel, are like doing really bad golf bookmaking this year. Like I think FanDuel has really just given up on doing bookmaking and they just go to data golf odds, and they're taking like a really high hold this
Yeah.
year. Like I feel like you used to get really good FanDuel numbers in golf outright betting, and they're taking a really high hold this year. And the main books that offer the without market this year have the highest hold percentage and the worst numbers, whereas bookmaker and bet online just consistently now across the board are having the best numbers for golf outright betting. So my only problem with the without market, like I think he's super viable to win this week. I may use him in one and done, but I feel like not only if I want to bet the without market, I'm getting the worst numbers on the books that are already giving the worst numbers.
Yeah.
And
And so
that's kind of the issue.
if you're betting the without, you're basically sacrificing 2 or 3 outrights. Like
Yeah, it's
like people
yeah.
to actually bet. Like cuz obviously the numbers are going to be worse, so you can't bet as many people. And
What
you're
about dead
likely going
heat
to
too? If you have a guy that a guy
yeah.
that finishes T2, what happens with that dead heat?
It just splits. Like if you bet to win $2,000 and you finish runner up with one other person, you get $1,000, which isn't that bad. I mean, I don't know. That's the alternative is just losing everything because you didn't bet the without market. I don't know because this is literally Scottie's worst course on tour. Like he does not have a top. His best finish here is like a 10th or a 12th or something, where every other course he's either won or has like a T3 on. So I feel like we should take him on this week, but I feel like whenever we think that, that is when he takes our lunch money.
I'm taking him on this week, but that's mainly just because like that's my year-long strategy of like
Yeah.
I'm just not a without guy. And so I think you start to get into more trouble when you switch every week. And
Yeah.
I'm guilty of stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
So I just think Bookmaker and Bet Online are doing really good bookmaking this year, and they have really good numbers that allow me to create like very robust cards, 7x plus. So
With no guys in the top 20.
yeah, I'm like making these phenomenal outright bets that are giving me like huge sweats every week. No, you know what I mean with like the numbers though. I just feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I can get more of the guys I want. So listen, I'll put it this way. I think that the way that Scotty's playing right now, and I know that you're just like a purely outright guy and you play one and done also, but like you're mainly outright guy and don't play DFS. I think it's really hard to have zero exposure to Scottie Scheffler the way that he's playing right now.
Yeah.
So even though I'm taking him on in the outright market every week, I'm like either utilizing him in DraftKings or one and done or whatever. I know some people like to bet his top 5. Like the strategy of whether to bet the without market or not to bet the without market has nothing to do with the way he's playing. I think he's playing some of the best golf of his career right now. Like there's nothing about those 2 opening rounds that make me like say that he's not in peak form.
Yeah. I feel as though we have to talk about it or we might get called out on X. Anthony Kim won in Adelaide this weekend. Truly unbelievable performance. This is a guy that didn't play golf for 10 years, battled addiction, like went through whatever the hell he went through. And it wasn't even like he was kind of trending, like playing really well on live. Like
No.
he was playing a little bit better, but nothing that he would go out and beat the 2 best players on live. Unbelievable performance, extremely impressive. Just out dueling Bryson and Rahm was really fun to watch. Do I think it's the greatest golf story of all time? No, I don't.
I think it's one of the best. I think it's one of the most unlikely wins of the last decade.
Agree. Like Brian Campbell in Mexico.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what was higher odds, Phil at Kiowa or AK this past week?
No, Phil was not that high. But
Phil was
books were giving
definitely 200 to 1 at Kiowa, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
somewhat in that range. But books weren't
First
even
round
giving
leader at
him
Colonial, though.
books were literally giving him no respect. He was one back after the first day, and he was still like 90 to 1. Like that's when Kyle bet him. So it's extremely improbable. It's a great story. I'm very impressed with it. You know, some of the takes on Twitter, you know, I don't really agree with. Not him. I'm just saying what people were tweeting about. But did you catch any of Adelaide?
No.
No.
But only because I was at Wuthering Heights. I really wanted to watch Liv. I really like.
Speaking of great cinema,
Natalie's at Wuthering Heights again.
Yeah, look, it was good. Like I enjoyed it. Like the story was good. I thought like the set design was great. Like it was fine. It was totally serviceable.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Like, listen, I'm not gonna like call her out for seeing Wuthering Heights twice in 2 days because I saw Marty Supreme twice in the same week, and she was like, "Well, this is Marty Supreme for girls. Like, you don't get it. Like, it's like I didn't get." Everyone in my theater was like crying. Did that happen for you?
Not. I was like just pounding a Modelo Tallboy the whole time and like laughing with Rob. But I've never seen so many women in one space. Like we were thinking about going up at the end of the movie and just being like, hey, like I'm single, like I'm in touch with my emotions. Like I could see Wuthering Heights.
I went to see
like,
Wuthering Heights on
Rob's like, I'm 6'5". I went to Dartmouth. If anyone wants to take it. But yeah,
we're
great
talking
movie.
about our friend Robert, who's a big movie guy.
Yeah, I doubt he's watching. Anyway, I'm very impressed with AK. Do you think he should get some major exemptions?
Yeah, I don't have a huge problem with it. Like like I said on the podcast, I'm always pretty empathetic and have a soft spot for people that overcome addiction and do great things in their life and sobriety. And Anthony Kim doesn't feel to let us know with every tweet that he's still on the sobriety train. So I'm really happy for him in that sense. And I really would have watched this. Like I think it's a good thing for Liv. I don't think it's really going to like change the golf ecosystem, but this is the kind of thing that would absolutely make me turn on the television to watch Liv. And I think that's like a Vic for them in 2026 with the way things have been going with Brooks and Reed. So
if Rahm didn't purposefully throw the golf tournament, do you like? I'm concerned about John Rahm. He has not won a golf tournament in a damn long time, and I know you are a bit higher on him in the majors and everything.
Yeah,
I'm out. Like I'm just out. Like I'm not gonna throw out everything he's ever done just because he lost to AK, but like I'm not rushing to bet John Rahm at any majors this year, to be completely honest.
I think that's super fair. I think the consistent, like he's been the most consistent. He's been the best player on Liv, right? Like
it's kind of poo-poo in the potty, in my opinion.
I think that's fair to criticize. Has he won at all on Liv? He's won.
He has not won since September of 2024.
Yeah. He was pretty good in the majors last year. Again, poo-poo in the potty for you. That's fine. Yeah, I will say this, like I start to keep up with Liv in the weeks before the major. So I don't know, Dave might know in the chat, like what are the 2 tournaments that Liv has before the Masters?
Yeah.
I'm really going to lock into Rahm around then. I don't think what he's doing right now, really, it just is whatever.
Yeah, not aspiring too much confidence.
Yeah, it's whatever. And pay attention to Rahm in the 2 Liv tournaments leading up into the Masters. And
I think they're playing 3 before Augusta.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll check them out.
Keep notes on that. We're going back to Riviera.
Can we talk about it? The weather and stuff?
What?
Can we talk about the weather and stuff?
Yeah, I was transitioning into Jenny, dude. I've podcasted before, okay? You don't need to hold my hand. But we're back at Riviera. You've played there many times, hundreds, I believe, hundreds of times at Riviera.
I've played there 5 times.
With Dougie, with Doug M, Doug M, and the boys.
Doc Rivers, Larry David, yeah, all the Jewish media elite.
This is a course I've walked. We spent a great day there when Cantley was first round leader. And then we were there on Saturday. That was a fun day. So this is a course. I mean, I know like the back of my hand, to be completely honest.
Pretty much.
George Thomas, Philadelphia School of Architecture.
If you're not into us breaking down the pin position on 10, then you should probably turn off the podcast now because.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is easily a top 3 course on tour. Like not even a question. This is the best like architecture course on the PGA Tour. This and Vedanta World. And it's really a great week. We've seen some really big time winners here. We've seen some long shots win here. But what are your big takeaways and big thoughts on Riviera as a whole?
Well, okay, so I drove to Brentwood today because I used to live, as you know, 5 minutes away from Riviera. Like I would walk to that tournament from my living room. I moved to the Valley now, which I love, closer to my golf course. But a lot of my like appointments, my like doctor's appointments and my dentist and stuff, and a lot of my friends are still on the west side in that area. I haven't made the switch to all Valley people yet. So I had to go to Brentwood today for an appointment, and it was like flash flooding everywhere. It's raining nonstop for the next 3 days. And just to give some context about like what I went to my golf course, that probably drains better than Riviera because it's not in a canyon. I went to my golf course this afternoon too, just to use the gym, and they're probably not going to it's going to be cart path only, if not closed for the next week. So like, I mean, it's just a deluge of water. The golf course is going to be really soft and going to play quite long, and the rain's going to stop when the tournament starts. It's not.
Yeah, I think the weather during the week is going to be solid.
Yeah, it's just going to be really, really wet. Yeah. So, we can deliberate. Your mileage may vary on how that affects the types of players that you're looking for, but it's just going to be very, very wet this week.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. Going to be wet. Going to be long.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a course where, somebody could be too short to win. This week might, kind of turn that around, but I think a lot of different skill sets, maybe off the tee, can win here. Like so I'm not crossing anybody off their sheer length, off the tee.
Yeah, it's not that long, on its surface for modern standards. And the other thing that the PGA Tour does all the time, people don't notice this, but week to week, but they did this at Pebble so much. I think we underestimate how much like the PGA Tour just like moves tee boxes up every day.
Yeah.
Like they just do that all the time. And if they know it's going to be like, they move so many tee boxes up on Sunday at Pebble, they do that shit all the time. So like, I guarantee you, if they think it's going to be really soft, the players are so pampered, like they're going to move a bunch of tee boxes up. They are for the first time using the new back tee on 4. Did you know that?
Yeah, roll that back, man. I'm sorry. There's no reason to have 260-yard par 3s.
It's longer than that.
Yeah,
it can play up to 280 now.
Yeah, that's a joke.
I don't think they're going to use that tee for all 4 days, but yeah, I can confirm they're going to use that tee, and they're also going to use a new back tee on 18. So 18, which has long. Yeah, 18 is going to be super long again. Before that, it was like driver wedge now, which is never how 18 should play. So yeah, they gave it some teeth. It's going to be very long and wet, but generally, when you get soft greens, that's easier for them.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to play -1 under par.
Winning score? 18?
Yeah, 17,
17,
7.
okay.
I'll say 17. What do you think? Have they put out the over under for that?
Yeah,
Because we've been,
Dave, do it. I'm in a
I
show.
mean,
It's out. It's out.
Brian, that's like been my biggest vet all year.
Yeah.
It's like getting the winning score stuff right with Steve. Because it certainly hasn't been my outright cards. But I think there's a pretty big edge on that every week. So
Yeah,
let's
it's golf odds on Twitter. It's this guy Dave Sherman. But
but
we'll
they have it
table
on
that.
FanDuel and DraftKings and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff too. All right. So
we
who do you
talked
like?
Scottie. This is his worst event on tour. I still think he's extremely live this week. I'm kind of fence sitting. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not, I do not feel the same way I do at Memorial or Bay Hill than I do this week about Scottie. Like, I think he, is 16 and a half.
It's a good number.
Fuck.
If
I like
had
the
to
over.
guess, I like when you say over, you mean it's one at 17.
Someone will get to 18. Yeah.
Agree with you.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Rory this week? I'm seeing him on a lot of betting cards this week. I'm not there personally.
Why not?
I don't know. He was solid last week. I just think it takes him a little bit to get, situated on this tour. And I also think that he would have won Riviera already if he was going to. Like, we've seen a lot of really great golfers struggle and not get across the line here. I know he probably hasn't played here a million times, but more just, if Rory was going to win at Genesis, he probably would have done so already. And that might make no sense, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, I definitely like Rory a bit more than you. I think the softness of the golf course is a big benefit for him, and his irons were unbelievable at Pebble. And I think distance plus short game is a really important. It's a really good angle to take at Riviera. It's why I really like Minwoo Lee this week. But I think Rory could absolutely win. I do.
Okay.
I
Are you considering betting him, or you're
considering it?
Okay. All right.
I've got some room. I've only made 2 bets. I'm going to make a third, and I think I should be able to fit Rory. But I think Rory's super live this week.
Honestly, I was on him last week. Vic. He's way more popular this week. Tommy Fleetwood 25-1 on FanDuel right now. I think that's a really solid number. I personally think Pebble was more of his vibe. Like, I think Pebble might have been the spot for him, and everyone wants to hop on now. But I of this group of Xander, Tommy, Decky, Russ, I like Tommy quite a bit.
Agree.
I don't know if I'm going to get there.
I like Tommy the most of that group. I know he doesn't have the distance thing going for him, but his short game is so filthy. Like, he's got such a good short game, and he's not short either. And I just think wet and cold, like, it's going to be as cold as Pebble.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the 40s. I'm considering betting Tommy. Would you feel stupid if he won the following week? Like, it's not a bad course bet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he gained in every major category last week, gained a ton around the green, gained on approach, gained in distance. Like, I don't have any real reason to say he can't win this week. I don't know. I don't like that again, I shouldn't even care, but I just don't like that everyone's betting him this week. When he was a little
everyone
bit.
I feel like
he's second on the most tip chart.
Okay.
Look,
is there audit? I love Golf Tips Checker, but well, can I just ask a question? Like, what are the qualifications to be featured?
So he has been recently, people have been like, yo, why aren't you tracking my picks? And he's like, yo, fill out this form. I can't fucking track everybody. Like, maybe I'll track you. So he's not just, you got to have some clout to get on the tips.
Yeah. Is there any auditing if your picks are terrible, then you're not allowed on here?
Well, I mean, maybe mine shouldn't be on there.
I was going to say, do we even qualify?
No, but I don't know. Honestly, Tommy's just popular this week.
Yeah. The auditing, I guess, theoretically, if what you're looking for should not be how good of a golf bettor you are, but how much pull you have. So
putted really well in 2024 here, finished T10. Yeah, Tommy makes a ton of sense this week. I know beef there. I like Tommy. One and done potentially. I think he'll be high on, but he would be my early lean for one
For
and done.
one and done? Yeah,
For
we'll
one and
talk.
done.
We'll talk about that. We're in a one and done.
Xander, I'm out.
Think he's just a couple of details off. I agree. Short game doesn't look sharp. Iron play doesn't look super sharp. I think he's going to keep like finishing T14. It's not his time to win a golf tournament yet. I like him at the Players this year.
Okay. Done. Decky makes sense. I mean, Decky to me is not a guy.
Is this Decky's Siwoo week?
It's good. It's a good point, man. Yeah, the dude, he's playing really freaking good right now, man. And I understand what happened with Siwoo, but Decky's approach, and he's putting really well too on like tricky Poa greens, man. Like, I don't know. Decky's, I could see him playing really well this week, to be honest.
I know. Has it been 4 weeks in a row though that
he only hasn't played Amex?
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the things that I like about Decky is like, I think one of the underrated things that doesn't get talked, because like back in the day, Riviera used to be like way more tree lined, and it was Hogan's Alley and the shot makers golf course that like, Bubba was like curving it around the trees and stuff like that. Riviera is really wide open. Like you can, I don't really worry about driver at Riviera, and it's a golf course where statistically off the tee is like lower correlated than other tracks. Like I think Hideki has a clear driving problem right now. And I think that this is one of those courses along with Pebble Beach where his driver, I think, like he can really lean on the short game. He probably has the best short game in the world right now outside of Scottie.
Yeah.
And he might be the best iron player in the world right now.
I think Decky.
Are you considering betting him?
Nah, maybe. I think Decky will be highest owned one and done. I'll take that to the bank. I will take that to the bank. This
he's
week,
just
Russ,
like good putter now.
Yeah, Russ Henley, I'm out. Right?
No,
he's not winning. No. He's not winning this week.
I bet him last week. That was really dumb.
All right. I truly think Patrick Cantlay 28-1, 25-1 is a just abysmal, god awful number for the golf he's played. I know he's not some good.
Impressed with his T14 last week at Pebble Beach.
Irons were good. Irons and putter were good. I'll give him that, dude. I don't
Do you know that he went to UCLA and played?
He's been good here, man.
Do you know that Rev was in his like top 10 favorite courses that he, wrote out?
Third and fourth last 2 times around here. It's to me, it's just buying so much course history for a guy that hasn't contended to win a golf tournament in a really long time. And I'm fine missing it. And I don't think I'm missing anything.
I agree. I'm not betting Cantlay this. I don't think I'm betting. You never know what could happen for me.
No.
If he goes from like 28 to 27.85 on Bookmaker, I'd consider it. But yeah, I think he's a good DraftKings play, and I don't think I'm going to bet him outright to win.
What are your thoughts on Cam Young, 28-1? He's 35 on Bookmaker and Bet Online. I think Cam Young, 35. He hasn't been that impressive to start the year, but that's a really good number on him.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Josh. Sorry, I get distracted by the chat. There's been some good comments. Sal, he's 33. It's not bad. I like Cam Young. Playing him in DraftKings, probably not going to bet him.
Core?
Potentially, dude. Josh talked about how like Cantlay went on. Do you listen to the Smiley podcast?
Not every week.
He went on the Smiley show and was like, Rev's my favorite course. Did you know that?
Young?
Yeah. I mean, he's been amazing here.
But he's been shit to start the year.
Sleepy Hollow.
He was bad last week.
It's kind of Goldinator.
Like, Cam Young was objectively bad last week.
Yeah, he was terrible. He was terrible, but like power off the tee and short game. Cam Young's got a really good short game. I like Cam Young as a draft. I think he's a fine bet. I think he's a good play this week.
I don't know.
You don't like it?
I don't know. I don't. He's bad. He's been playing bad this year.
He sucks at Pebble. Dave's right. He
He was
wasn't good
bad
in
at
Phoenix.
waste. He should
We
be
bet
good
him
at
at waste.
waste.
Yeah, we bet
Yeah, I
him at
mean,
waste.
I don't know. I just think his number should be a little bit higher, and I'm not. But he is like normal odds on the whatever. It's fine. Colin is dead. The Colin's not winning this week. I feel
Yeah,
very
I
strongly
don't I
about
don't
that.
like the Colin bet at all.
I think that was like a big weight off his shoulder last week, and I don't think he's going to go out and win. And we talked to Colin.
Yeah.
Data Golf makes Hovland 75-1, and he is 30-1 on books. Are you out because of the short game and the floaties, or what?
Yeah, I'm completely out on the short game. Like last week was so disheartening. Like there was not one positive takeaway from that experience betting Hovland last week. Like I don't think he was in the top 30 of that golf tournament for 1 second all week. And his short game had been trending pretty nicely heading into Pebble Beach. Like he was chipping the ball way better. And he was almost dead last in strokes gained around the green last week at Pebble. If my angle is distance and short game, I don't think that you can bet Hovland here. Maybe he's a good low-owned DraftKings play. But the other thing with Hovland is he's lost some distance. Like he's not a bomber by any means. He's not one of the longer players on tour. So I don't like this setup for him right now.
Okay.
He's been good at Riviera though. He has like bucked it.
I'll join you on Fitz.
Yeah. I think Fitz is winning.
Man, irons were really good. And I was tracking him hard, and he was just putting everything to like 15 feet and missing the putt. He's someone we've liked Fitz here. Like we've definitely said in the past, like, yo, Fitz is winning Riv. Like I really like Fitz this week at Riv, and it hasn't really resulted in much. He's missed the last 2 cuts here on this course, which is hard to do.
Yeah, but he also has a 5th here, and I think he finished 2nd in approach last week to Colin.
Yeah.
The other thing with Fitz is like I like him in cold weather. He's been very solid on POA, and he's got a filthy short game, and like he's even long. He's fine in distance off the tee. Like I just think that it's a perfect week to bet proper players, right? And I think Fitz is a proper player. You think of like when I think of proper player, I'm like Billy Roddy at Valley Club. Like I think it's like
with his driver from 2008.
Yeah, it's just like Riviera is a proper golf course, and I think guys like Harris English and Matt Fitzpatrick are going to play really, really well this week. You need to do a little bit of everything. You need well-rounded game.
Yeah.
You can't really fake it. It's not really a TrackMan golf course, and I love Fitz's short game here, and I love the way that he's hitting his irons as well. I'm glad you're joining Kyle and I on that.
Okay,
He's going to be very popular.
But again, like whenever we all bet somebody, they never win. But like when me and you don't bet somebody, like and Kyle and Ryan are on them, like it's a sweat. So I feel like if we all bet Fitz, like he's just gonna stop.
Very true. That's always what happens. And then it's like when we're all on him, he sucks. And then when it's just Kyle and RK,
and we're like, oh, who do you like in one and done? And then they're like, oh, well, we don't know, but we have the winner or something.
Isn't it funny that we almost changed from Xander last minute to Henley without Kyle's approval last week? And
I don't think we were really that close.
They both finished the same. Did you notice that?
And one was at like way different ownership. So let us know in the comments who your one and done pick is this week, because I'm curious. I think Decky will be most high owned.
Comments have been really good. There's been some good.
Devon's in here. I mean, we got the crew.
Devon loves Bob this week. What do you think about
he
Bob?
always loves Bob. That means nothing.
That does love
absolutely Bob. Nothing. That's like again, like Ryan saying that he likes
Kevin Yu. Yeah.
This was your early lean this week. Datagoff likes him a lot. Harris English, proper player, definitely a proper player. He's won in California before. He's had some really good finishes here. Supreme iron player. I like it. I'm not, running down the street to bet Harris English this week, but I respect it.
Yeah. Was very happy to see that Data Golf was on board too. I caught a 45 on Better Golf Odds thanks to RK. 40's fine. I like that. I just like, he finished 7th at Riv last year. He's nuking his driver. Like, he's driving the ball longer and very straight. Not that I think you need to be super straight, but he also has a dirty short game. And I think his off the tee stuff, Brian, is like exactly what Rose was doing before Torrey.
His off the tee numbers are crazy right now.
Right. And I also think that the way that Riviera plays now at the pro level, like, I wouldn't, if we're talking about like amateur golf, like, I wouldn't let Maverick shit at Torrey Pines South, and Riviera is like an architectural masterpiece. But for pros, they play similar. Like, it's a lot of distance off the tee, very similar small POA greens. And Harris has been great at Torrey. He's been solid on the West Coast. Quail Hollow has a lot of similarities in terms of like the skills that you need at Quail Hollow. And
had one of the most competitive runner-up finishes in a major championship.
Yeah. I had Scottie that week.
Yeah.
So that I like hadn't hit an outright in a while. And I was just like, why is
Bryson 5-1?
Why is Bryson 6-1 and Scottie's plus 550? So
and the rest was history.
The rest is history. So anyway,
you like Harry.
I like Harry. I like Harris English. If I could give you 3 bets of the week, it would be Harry, Minwoo Lee, and Fitz. Why don't you like?
Yeah,
Minwoo
I'm
Lee?
not sure.
It wasn't a devastating loss at all.
I'm not sure I understand. Like, you betting Minwoo Lee doesn't make any sense to me, or liking Minwoo Lee, because you just said 5 minutes ago that you need to be a proper player, and Minwoo is not a proper player. He is absolutely not a proper golfer. He's a ball speed imposter that has no finesse, and I'm just surprised
his short game's amazing. He's the
Do you think George Thomas would let Minwoo Lee win on his golf course, wearing his fucking good sponsorship and doing his fucking TikToks? Does that check out to you?
I think GT and all of his buddies at the Philadelphia School of Architecture would probably be rolling over in their grave. But Minwoo Lee is hitting his irons really well.
He lost around the green last week.
Yeah, but his long-term around the green's fine. That varies from week to week. I'm not concerned. His long-term around the green, he's in the 99th percentile in around the green play. And that's a lie. He's hot. He's 90 plus.
He's good.
Yeah, he's 98th percentile in around the green.
Are you betting him?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Well, I want to see what.
He's dead. He's dead. He's 50 on Bookmaker, 35 on FanDuel. He's dead.
That's a good point. He's pretty like high up on the Data Golf odds board though too. Like he's one of the highest value plays.
No beef at all. I've been nothing but
you're just not a Minwoo Lee guy.
Like I'm out. I'm out. Like some slapdick course, yeah, sure. I mean, Houston Gil Hans is, he's solid. Or is that Gil Hans? Doke. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think Houston's a decent comp under these conditions.
Okay. All right. No beef. Okay. Yeah. Am I really that big of a Mav guy?
I really like Mav this week. What's wrong with Mav this week?
No, everyone's just shitting on me for liking Mav and thinking that he's a solid player. Like
Mav's really good. Did you listen to the NLU recap?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Solly was like, dude, Mav like wasn't even playing well, and he was like shooting 67. Like it was a joke how good he is. Like he has not read a putt wrong on POA ever, and they just didn't break for him. He lost strokes putting at Pebble. I may bet Mav this week. If you bet him at a signature event at Torrey Pines, why wouldn't you bet him here? And almost won on him. If Colin can win,
because everyone's going to make fun of me. Everyone, like Blake's going to make fun of me if I bet him.
Yeah, but
does he have what it takes to get over the line?
Yeah. Joe Devin taking like very fair shots at my putting, which is
and he's a horrible putter. It's actually really entertaining. Sorry,
I'm honestly, I'm like, I would say I'm streaky. Like, I don't know.
I've never seen the good streak. So I don't I've never seen the good streak. I've only seen you putt poor. I don't know. I think
for my for the way I hit the ball, it's really bad.
Yeah, like to me, like I always say, like the skill it takes to two putt from 30 feet and the skill it takes to hit a 7-iron 160 on a green, like it is so wide to me. Like I think putting's so easy when you compare with the other things you have to do in golf. So I just don't understand why people aren't good at
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people aren't good at
putting.
putting,
Bob
but
Bartella had made a career off it.
yeah, I mean, I want to ask you about some other stuff. So just finish up with like who else down the board?
I mean, are you buying Ludwig? No, right?
Not to bet. Connor, I'm a 4 right now. I'm like not I'm not playing very good right now. I was for a little bit a month ago. But yeah, I think Ludwig falls into the Colin category, but I'm personally not betting him this week.
Yeah, I don't think he showed enough last week. I know he had like 2 good rounds, but I still think I've never been super high on Ludwig, so now that he's, down to golf makes him
Clint,
95 to 1, I'm
I've
picking.
Clint, I've shot sub 80 on Riviera before on multiple occasions. Not
Okay,
from the
stop.
tee.
Chill with Clint. Just stop. Just stop with Clint. He's a good guy. I don't know. Clint is.
Oh,
Okay, he might be dead, but I really like Jason Day. Everyone was on him last week. My janitor in my office was like Jason Day at Pebble. Like
it's another one of my spectacular outright bets.
And he played, T24 respectable, putted well, lost on approach, but his irons and putting were really good the prior 2 weeks. He's had some top 10s here. I feel like everyone was on Jason Day next week. Oh, wow, he's playing really well at Riv. Like I could just see that type of shit happening this week. So I'm on J Day 80 to 1. I feel strongly about J Day.
Yeah, I love it. Probably not going to bet him, but definitely going to be a DraftKings play for me. 80 to 1's a really good number. I think I bet him at 48.
42. Yeah, we laughed at you because it went higher on Bookmaker.
It did go higher on Bookmaker. Yeah.
And
then it went back down, but
who do you like a little bit further down the board?
Wyndham. Yeah, I like Wyndham Clark a lot. I don't think his driving accuracy is a bit of a problem right now. I don't think that's going to play a huge role at this course. He's an 8th and 17th here and is hitting his irons really well and also has a very good short game. I'm a big Windy C fan this week. Who else? I mean, you think Knapp is dead?
Yeah, I've been wrong on Knapp. So I've been wrong on him. I never thought he was a good golfer, and he's played really well. So I have no opinion there, to be completely honest.
Yeah, he's definitely played Riviera before going to UCLA. So I don't think the lack of course history is as big of a deal for him as it is for other players. I think Knapp is again, like I think it's really tough because you run into these situations with like Hideki and Knapp and Rio are 3 good examples of this, where it's like, if they just keep playing well, it's the most obvious thing ever. And you feel like an idiot, but then you get the Siwoo week where it's just like, oh, they're out of gas. And with Jake Knapp is another contender for that, where he's had 4 amazing finishes in a row. And the best argument against him is it's just a Siwoo week. King Fa, I said already.
I don't know who's going to win.
I think
Fitz
is
who's
going
to win, man.
Yeah, I gave my 3 bets.
Find another show.
Fitz, Minwoo Lee, and Harris English are my picks.
One of them. We got an Island intersect. Yeah, I like. I know Holmes won this event, and Decky was pretty high odds when he won it, but I'm not dying to really bet anyone like over, 70, 80 to 1 this week.
So are the only guys you've committed to are Jason Day and Fitz?
Correct. At this moment in time.
Tommy is on the short list.
Tommy TBD. We're going to see. We got to, I need like, I'm not rushing to do anything.
Gonna wait to see the first.
Not even like wait to see on Bookmaker. I just need a little time to develop.
Are you betting the without market?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of conflicted.
Have you felt like the strategy is worth changing based on what's happened early in the season?
I don't know. I don't think that, like I said before, the issue with betting the without market is that you're likely not betting 2 or 3 golfers that you could fit on a normal outright card if
Yeah.
you're only betting the without numbers. And I haven't felt like any of the winners I bet in the without week I would have been on my card.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
So
Yeah.
at that point, I'm not too upset about it. But I do think it is, worth considering. I don't know. I really don't. I'm
What
not
do you think
sure.
about the Gala?
I like him. I think that people that have played
He's played well here
TGL,
before.
he's creative around the green. What was that event, Pinehurst, where everyone said that you got mad? Yeah, he's trended down a little bit, but he's played every event this year, which could be and he kind of ran out of gas last week with a T60 in a pretty short field. I'm lower on him, but he did have a good result here in 2023. But the guy I'm low on. What about Patrick Rogers?
No.
Why not?
I mean, like in DFS or like to win?
Oh,
No.
he's been dude, I thought he was been way better.
Yeah,
He's
he's been
T52 and T60 last week.
and he started off strong and really struggled down the stretch.
Okay, I thought he was like contending at one point, and
I think there's some Lowry love. I don't mind that.
Yeah, can he win?
No, I'm not betting him, but I think he's fine here. But I said like my 3 guys are Minwoo Lee, Harris English, and I shouldn't say Minwoo Lee yet. I'm highly considering him.
Okay.
But Harris English and Fitz are the bets I've made, and like you, like I think choosing between Tommy and Hideki is like a good way to go at the top. Like I think both those guys are better options. We would agree than Xander and Russell Henley. And I just know whichever one I choose is going to be the wrong choice.
I prefer Tommy over Decky. I think I do.
Yeah.
But that is based on thinking Decky's going to run out of steam, which could be dead wrong.
Yeah.
Which that could be completely made up, and that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll probably like bitch out and play one of them in DraftKings and bet the other one.
Bet the other. So like just a Vic lap either way.
So you can Vic lap either way. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's a really tough choice.
Yeah.
I don't like Sepet, Rev, Kyle. No beef.
Why are you out?
He's been bad here and he has a terrible short game.
Okay.
Really bad short game. I don't think it's a good driving golf course for him either.
Okay.
So I don't think he does have the distance.
No, I don't think he does have the distance. What is your plan for Thursday? Who are you going with?
Honestly, like I'm going solo.
You're riding solo?
Well, I'm gonna meet up with a friend that's a member there that's going, but
is it Doug Emhoff?
No, it's David Friendly. But I honestly like this is gonna sound because I'm gonna do the same thing at Shinnecock. And it's the same way, like when my bets are coming down the stretch, I like going to golf tournaments alone and I like watching golf tournaments alone. I don't know why that is, like probably because there's like a lot of things that I'm trying to pay attention to. I'm tracking on my phone. I like to move like really quickly and I feel bad if I like want to go somewhere and somebody else doesn't. Like I like being untethered to other people at golf tournaments and just zooming around and doing that. I don't know if that's weird because I know it's supposed to be a social thing, but
no, I think that's totally fair. I think you'll have a great day.
Yeah. If you're like really like I don't like using like the golf sicko because that's what Dan Rappaport, has kind of branded now. So I don't want to step on his turf, but I actually think like if you really want to be efficient about seeing the most golf shots, I would highly recommend like going to tournaments alone, or even better, going to practice rounds alone,
or just going with somebody that is willing to just follow a group and zip.
Yeah, or zoom around. Like I went to the Masters with my dad, and I remember feeling really bad because I was like, "No, Dad, like we need to keep moving. We need to go here."
Yeah, we're
and
not
stuff like that. And then after 4 hours, he was just like, go, like, I'm done, like, go run around like a crazy person. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, Devin agrees. Yeah, I love going to golf tournaments on. So I'm excited. Can I ask you about, like, are you pumped for this year in golf? Like, I know you haven't been playing any golf, but
I just
Scotland.
played. I just hold out for Eagle, bro.
Oh yeah, how was the bachelor party trip
Yeah,
in
we had
Palm Beach, and
fun.
how'd you
We had a
play?
good
Was it
time.
Tommy's bachelor party?
It was Buckley's bachelor party, Tommy's best man.
I don't know who
And
that is.
you don't know. So, but Tommy hit Pete with a golf ball in his ankle, and they almost came to blows.
Yeah.
On 18. So
So
that was fun. I played. So I beat everybody on Saturday.
what's your
like
handicap right now?
13. I feel good about my game. I genuinely feel good about my game. I'm excited to play some golf before we go to Scotland.
Brian's coming to California, and we're going to play Cal Club in Pasatiempo.
Yes. Okay. So I have to prep for that.
Yeah. That's going to be sick. And then for my bachelor party, Brian is coming, and we're going to Northern Scotland. Anyone seen Outlander? We're going to Northern Scotland. We're not going to St. Andrews. We're going to like Royal Dornoch and Nairn and Golspie and Brora. It's going to be sick.
I'm
Stewart.
super pumped. Like I feel good about my golf game. But I don't care to like. I have to get to a 10 handicap this year. Like I don't.
You don't have any goals?
No, I just want to play more consistent golf and be a better iron player.
Do you have any goals in terms of like, I want to knock off 2 top 100s?
I have to say the Riviera logo, I hate it. I don't think Riviera's logo is good at all for the caliber of golf course. Like I wouldn't, feel super sick like walking around with a Riv logo. No, I have an in at Sleepy. So
Sleepy's unbelievable.
That's the plan this summer to get on Sleepy. We're gonna play
Cal Club is a
we're gonna play
Cal Club. Cal Club is a legit top 30 golf course in America. Like it's tremendous. And then obviously Royal Dornoch is like a top 20 golf course in the world. So
we got some good golf coming up. It was a pleasure, Andy. Like and sub, comment your winner. Sub to ISN. We're having a great time over there. Great core last week. I'm sure we're gonna have some good round scores this week, and we appreciate everyone who watched and checked us out this week. And
thank you very much.
We'll be back for COG next week's gonna be bleak.
Yeah, who are you having on?
I don't even know off the top of my head, but somebody.
Yeah, COG's gonna be tough.
Yeah, COG's gonna be tough. All right. Hope everyone has a great night, and we will see you soon.